Welcome to Star Lens, your window into the shadows behind the crown. Tonight, we step into a story that has been whispered in corridors, buried in documents, and carried like a hidden wound by the man at the center of it all. Prince Hale had always been the open one, the honest one, the royal son whose heart was easier to read than the kingdom's morning papers. But recently, those close to him say something inside him has cracked, and the change is impossible to ignore. He isn't sleeping. He moves through rooms with the restless energy of someone bracing for a storm only he can hear. He sits awake at night scrolling through endless headlines, as if waiting for the moment his world finally collapses. And according to a legal advisor once tied to the couple's inner circle, that moment came on a quiet night when Hale finally broke. In a trembling voice, he admitted that his wife, Lady Marina, had never carried their children. That the public story, the smiles, the polished announcements, the carefully staged images, was all crafted to hide a truth he believed would destroy the family he tried so desperately to protect. But instead of protecting it, that secret hollowed him out from the inside. This was the moment the perfect image began to fracture, the moment the story stopped matching the truth. And once that fracture opened, the real tale emerged, dark, complicated, and far more dangerous than anyone imagined. And it leads us to the woman now standing at the center of the storm. Her name, kept private for legal reasons, is known only as Dahlia. For years, she remained a silent ghost in the shadows of a royal narrative that never included her name. But now, Dahlia is done being invisible. She says she wasn't just a surrogate. She claims she is the biological mother of both royal children, Arlo and Lyra. She says she has DNA results, legal agreements, hospital records, and a chain of correspondence that traces her involvement from the very first message. For years, Dahlia lived under strict silence. She was told she would be protected. She was told she would be compensated. She was told her part in this royal arrangement would never see daylight. But instead of honor, she was left alone. No payment, no follow-up care, no acknowledgement that she had ever existed. Just silence and then erasure. Now she's stepping back into the story they tried to bury her from. To understand how she entered this web, we return to late 2018, when she received a discreet message from a broker connected to an elite fertility network, one used by noble families who paid for absolute secrecy. The proposal was simple: a private arrangement, a generous payment, and guaranteed anonymity. She signed the papers. She followed every step. She carried the pregnancy. She delivered safely. And then, she was removed like she had never been there at all. And this is where the shadows begin to swallow the palace narrative. When Prince Arlo was presented to the world in the spring of 2019, the kingdom saw polished smiles and glowing headlines. The public was told the young couple simply wanted privacy. But Dahlia claims what the world saw wasn't reality. She says Arlo was already 2 weeks old the day Hale and Marina stepped out holding him, the day cameras clicked and reporters repeated a timeline that had been carefully manufactured. She says she delivered quietly in Colorado province, far from royal hospitals, far from flashing lights, before being sent away in silence. Meanwhile, across the ocean, the palace released a confusing sequence of statements. First, that Lady Marina was in labor. Minutes later, that the child had already arrived. No one questioned it then. Everyone assumed it was privacy. But Dahlia insists it was choreography, designed to show Marina stepping into a role as mother without ever showing the truth beneath it. Even stranger was how flawless Marina appeared afterward, radiant, rested, composed, walking in heels just 2 days after supposedly giving birth. At the time, the world applauded her grace. But now, those images hang like a painting with a crack running through it. If Dahlia's claims are real, hiding a pregnancy isn't just about avoiding cameras. It's about altering documents. She says her name appears nowhere, no discharge forms, no certificates, no official trace. She claims she was told, "No part of you can remain." It was, she says, a deliberate erasure meant to preserve the illusion of a perfect royal birth. Even existing documents raised eyebrows. Months after Arlo's birth, Lady Marina's name was suddenly removed from his certificate. It was called a clerical fix. But in the echo of Dahlia's allegations, some now believe it was part of a larger effort to align the official story with a reality that no longer matched it. As Dahlia tells it, every path leading back to her was sealed off, clinic records sanitized, payments routed through multiple layers, the middleman vanishing like mist. She kept everything, every signed page, every email, every receipt, because she believed she would be honored. When she realized she had been cut out of their world entirely, she made her choice. She would speak. And when she speaks, the consequences reach far beyond a broken contract. Because in this fictional kingdom, royal succession is precise, legal, and unforgiving. A hidden surrogate isn't just a private matter, it challenges lineage itself. It rewrites the legal identity of the children placed into the royal family tree. Advisors inside the palace now whisper that the monarchy is bracing for impact. Titles could be questioned. Documents could be scrutinized. The council may be forced to intervene. Even international paperwork linked to the princess's birth in another country could be challenged if maternal information proves incorrect. What began as a private secret now threatens the foundations of royal legitimacy. As the palace retreats into frozen silence, Lady Marina retreats into something even quieter. Not strategic silence, absence. No events, no speeches, no appearances, no sparkling photo sets. The woman who once dominated headlines now vanishes into Montecito Hills, watching from behind drawn curtains as her name grows heavier by the day. Hollywood contacts whisper that producers who once chased her signature now gently step back. Not out of anger, but out of fear of being linked to a brewing royal catastrophe. Marina has never been one to disappear. But this silence feels less like choice and more like calculation. She's waiting, studying every shift in the narrative before making her move. Hale, meanwhile, is unraveling. Friends say the confident prince they knew is now a shadow, anxious, irritable, withdrawing into himself. He carries guilt not for choosing surrogacy, but for choosing secrecy, for agreeing to a story that now threatens the kingdom's perception of him. "I just wanted to protect my family," he reportedly told someone close. "I didn't think it would go this far." But secrets don't stay quiet forever. And this one is now roaring. While Hale crumbles and Marina hides, Dahlia prepares to step into the light. Her team says she is ready. Ready to speak, ready to show her files, ready to tell the truth she lived through. She reportedly holds contracts, financial records, clinic documents, emails with palace intermediaries, hospital bills bearing her name, photographs from sterile corridors where children entered the world, and travelogues that align too perfectly with royal movements to ignore. If even a fraction is real, it could ignite a scandal stretching across borders. Her team hints at an unfiltered interview. No palace handlers, no edits, no scripted lines. Just Dahlia, her documents, and the truth. And for Hale and Marina, that is not a warning. It is a countdown. Back in the capital, the palace remains silent, neither denying nor defending, only preparing for the tremor they know is coming. In the quiet halls of their coastal home, Lady Marina hides from the tightening storm. Hale walks through sleepless nights whispering regrets into empty rooms. And Dahlia holds the evidence that could redefine what it means to be born into a royal house. This story is no longer about gossip or whispers. It is about identity, lineage, and truth, the pillars of the monarchy itself. And if Dahlia steps forward, the public won't just learn a secret. They will watch an entire crafted image begin to break. For years, the world believed in the royal couple's tale of modern love and new beginnings. But now, the curtain has been pulled aside. And what stands behind it isn't a fairy tale, it's a fracture widening by the day. If Dahlia speaks, that fracture may become the moment history bends. A moment when the world discovers that the most polished royal narrative of the age was built not on truth, but on silence. The kingdom waits. The world waits. And as the countdown reaches its final seconds, one truth rises above all others. When evidence steps into the light, even the most perfect images tremble, and this one is about to fall. Thank you for watching Star Lens. Stay with us as this historic storm unfolds. The truth is coming, and it will change everything.